Hashtag Supercharged Saturday.
Welcome to Hipnotik VIP Pass, your ultimate music journey.
Yeah, I'm tryna count this money up. Ungang pazamis, ayy. Ungang pazamis, ayy. Ungang pazamis, ayy. You ain't talking business, Ungang kulumis, ayy. Ungang kulumis. I gotta get the fees.
Your front row seat to the hottest tracks and stories. Unlock the beat, feel the heat, only on Hipnotik VIP Pass. The heartbeat of youth culture. You're tuned into the VIP Pass.
Hi, Kino.
Okay. We the ones. See the sun. Do. Shoot like Beretta gun. Charlie clipping in the whip. I'm shooting. I need me a bigger drum. Call it duty. I just shoot my shot. If I ever call it, better come. Jordan, I'm ballin'. I hate the ones. That's how I know it's okay. Kein. I've been since I was in high school. I've been smoking since I was in high school. Okay, KKK. Me and Khalifa was with me in my school. Khalifa was with me in my school. That's how I know it's okay. KKK. I've been since I was in high school. I've been smoking since I was in high school. Okay, KKK. Me and Khalifa was with me in my school. Khalifa was with me in my school. Sleep, niggas, sleep is for the rich. Can't really. I've been lit since I was a little kid, 16, big screen. On my lap, need some whipped cream. Only finna hit it if the clean this stream. Open your ears, are you listening? King it with Kein, it's a big team. Coca-Cola dope, I got it packed in. Tony with the brass things. Got the money, boy, you know I pack steams. All about the qualify for action. Making hit after hit for your it's impossible. King with the Kein, bitch, you know we unstoppable. It's impossible. I'ma keep Kim till it's possible. Okay. We the ones. I see the sun. Do. Shoot like Beretta gun. Charlie clipping in the whip. I'm shooting. I need me a bigger drum. Call it duty. I just shoot my shot. If I ever call, you better come. Jordan, I'm ballin'. I hate the ones. That's how I know it's okay. Kein. I've been since I was in high school. I've been smoking since I was in high school. Okay, KKK. Me and Khalifa was with me in my school. Khalifa was with me in my school. That's how I know it's okay. Kein. I've been since I was in high school. I've been smoking since I was in high school. Okay, KKK. Me and Khalifa was with me in my school. Khalifa was with me in my school.
Hi, Kino.
Hashtag Supercharged today. Hashtag VIP Pass, baby. Hashtag we okay. What about now on the show? Welcome to another beautiful Saturday afternoon. As always, man, it is the ultimate drive where we say we go full throttle with you and we give you nothing but the VIP access to everything that is meant to build you, everything that you are, for you are power. So welcome to it. My name is Supaphly, and yes, I am the joy that comes from the AMs to the PMs. And not alone in studio, the whole team is here.
Yes, sir. We're back again, another episode. Hope everyone has had a great week. How was your week, Senna?
My week has been fantastic.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to the show. I hope you're ready. We got some amazing guests with us today. We have Sean, we have King.
Yeah, we out here. King X Kein in the building, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. I mean, this week we're talking business.
Mm-hmm.
We're standing on the paper. We're standing on the motivation.
100%.
And that have the most perfect artists that display proper business entrepreneurship and diversity. As we were talking about it last week, we were talking about reinventing yourself and diversifying, and to see where your creative powers can take you as a human. So now I heard from my, brothers telling me they love the show and they appreciate our feelings. But let's talk about the money now.
And before we get to the money, let us introduce you guys. Because for those catching you for the first time, this is our third episode now.
Yes,
and we've been on a roll talking to young people. You know, it's all about going after what you have eternally. What you are doing, Miss Sienna, is amazing. Of course, man, you also are the
Always
king,
holding
the
it down.
boss
You know
of
what I'm
what you
saying?
do. Just a brief
Kein.
background about what the show is about, and of course, what you guys are all about.
Yes. So Miss Senna is involved in youth empowerment. I'm part of an organization called Mind, Food and Soul, and what we are doing is we are trying to integrate the concept of self-mastery with our talents. I mean, my dream is to MC the global citizen stage. Get out there, spread my love, spread my joy, spread my happiness. Senamile, which means Senamile, see happiness.
That's what that means.
I love
So
that.
I wanna spread the truth about like how much power you have within yourself. So I write, I create content, and I just basically love the concept of hip hop and music and the amount of strength that it has to influence a youth's life. So what we are trying to do now, we are trying to restructure the road into saying, I hip hop uguthi my yo. We are not yos, not squish squares.
Yeah, there's a lot
We
of
are
work
humans.
I'm a
behind the scenes.
I'm a cockroach. We are humans
Yeah.
designed by God, very creative, very artistic. So that has to shine out there. So that's what Miss Senna represents, Mr. Abel Kein.
Yeah, man. I am Wandile Ngambule, Kein. I am a musician, artist, music producer. I also want to dabble a lot more in like business nowadays. Got a couple of concepts in mind. I've been working this week, trying to just put stuff down that I can't really talk about yet, but we got to get it going. But yeah, basically I've been an artist since 2016. Yeah, and yeah.
It's amazing, and this is why I feel like the show once again. And please take it to the team. It should be VVIP pass because
Yeah,
we
right?
reloaded, man.
Let's
We
go.
are reloaded.
Hey.
Let's talk about the show today, Miss Senna, and of course, formally introduce our guest in studio.
All right, today we have Sean. Sean is our DJ, resident DJ.
Yes, he's a DJ for the King X Kane group, me and OG King. Yeah, last night we were handling at the Millin. We did a
Wow.
show last night at the Millin. Went pretty well, so yeah. Sean
was
is
fire,
our
what you
DJ.
mean?
Yeah. And then Kane right there is, King, OG King, it's hard on me, is a very good collaborator and friend of mine. He's also been working in the industry for quite a long time, but I'd say, can you please tell us a little bit more about yourselves, gentlemen?
Yeah, just briefly.
VIP artist of the week.
aka DJ Crocky,
Let's
Okay,
go.
DJ
Crocky.
Crocky.
aka Ingwenya. My career, just to jump into it, started when OG King started rapping.
Yeah, yeah.
Since day one, all I know is the first time I DJ'd for him, they told me, it's either you tell that DJ on stage to get off or you go home.
That's crazy. It's been like
On
that.
that day, I picked myself up, I told him to get off, and we've been going ever since, and it's been fire.
Yes,
Wow.
sir. Yes, sir.
It's
Amen.
been fire, and thanks to them, it has helped me create awareness, and
Wow.
I got people to actually notice me now in the music industry,
Yeah.
and he also inspired me to start rapping myself.
Yes, sir. You
So
do make
I
music.
do UK drill and Afro pop.
Oh, yes. Pop, pop,
Cannot
pop.
wait to hear that sound. I am
Yeah.
excited about it.
And
Yeah.
as time went on, I decided to dabble into business myself.
Mm-hmm.
Where recently I started a product called Almost Remedies Flu Fighter.
Almost Remedies Flu Fighter.
You don't
Yes.
drink it, you don't eat it, you just wear it.
Huh?
As a patch.
Swag.
Yeah.
You wear
It's a
it,
patch.
guaranteed no flu for 3 weeks.
Swag.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
if you
sir.
have flu, 2 days it kills it. and the rest of the 3 weeks you won't catch flu.
What's your secret ingredient and how does that even work? Oh my
Well, I'm not
goodness.
going to go too deep into it, but it's all 100% organic remedies.
Okay.
All one. It's what we put inside to overall give it a name. It's a camphor block.
Okay. Okay.
Suitable from the age of 2
Oh,
until
wow.
100.
And this is scientifically proven,
Scientifically
certified.
Yes.
You guys are doing amazing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah.
I
yeah.
mean, with the current health crisis in the kingdom, these are the innovative solutions
That we
we
need.
are talking and speaking out to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where can
Wow.
people find it though?
Right now, I've just finished targeting Manzini,
Mhm.
and I've already started stocking in Manzini. I've
Mhm.
stocked at Bunu Mall, and I've stocked at Pumelele pharmacies.
Okay.
Right now, we're still targeting Baban, but I'm glad to say that I will start having it at Pamandla,
Mhm.
Spice World.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm not sure about the names, but there's a couple of pharmacies this side by Penrose.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm also going to be stocking up there.
Yes, sir.
And
Wow.
if you come and you find it, right now it's on a discount.
Let's go.
Yes.
I'm
All right.
loving that.
yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I think we have to clap for that one.
I'm too excited right now. This is it. This is what we are talking about.
Okay.
Validate.
Your front row seat to the hottest tracks and stories. Sanbona Ninjani. I am Wakitsi Dlamini, aka OG King, also known as Beast Mode King. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, all of. So I'm a rapper slash singer. if you wanna call. Also one half of Kein, the group,
sir.
which is me and Abel Kein.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and I am a multimedia specialist also on the side. Yes, so your visuals, pictures, videos, I'm there. Yeah, jack of all trades, basically.
Creative.
Yes,
That's
creative.
what I call it, a creative.
Yes,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Yeah. Okay. Story about me, I guess. Well, if anything, I take pride in, putting people on.
Yeah.
I love that.
yes,
and I could
exactly.
sense that the way that he respects you is because
Yeah.
of the connection and collaboration and the put on
Right.
that you've done for him.
100%.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Only because Vele Laga Gogo, musically, I'd say, there's, like she said, there's the stigma of, and then we don't really make it far, but we can only help each other, you know what I
Yeah,
mean, at the
man.
end of the day.
Very true.
So, put on for put on, Vele, Yeah.
I love
Where I can
that.
help, I try, you know what I mean. Yes, ma'am.
Just before the show, Sean was like, yo guys, like, ngagcina nini kuba broke.
Yeah.
You know what?
And he actually asked himself, it was a genuine question.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
But
was
that's
like,
actually good because that's also affirmations. If you look at it.
yes, exactly.
You know what I
That's
mean?
what we were talking about last week, is like bringing yourself up.
Mm.
Of course, it's not fun when you're broke. But
Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
but in Siswati or slang, les billion to continue and trust your product, which is what Oma's Remedies has done. Now you've created something for us that has a huge value proposition because first of all, people do not like taking pills.
True.
And people have lost their way in terms of natural remedies. We are trying to learn from the westernized culture. They're telling us to drink things that quick fix but side effect.
Yeah. How does that even work?
And then we have now mental problems. We are hitting people, kicking people. We are not sure what is intoxicating us. And then we say,
Guys, people are very depressed.
yes,
outside.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
drink. You say, I don't drink. I don't do drugs. But you have no idea how much these other things are affecting you.
Exactly, because if the tablets actually work, then the pharmaceutical company is not going to survive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to survive. So what I know is if you take a pill to help with your flu, it'll cure the flu. But it's going to cause something else to go
Exactly.
down. Come back and buy the other tablet for that.
For the other thing.
Something else. That's how it works.
Okay.
But for me, I said no. Use it once, feel free, get ready, get better, fight the flu.
Okay.
Amen, amen, amen.
But then I have a question. You said you wear it for 3 weeks.
You can
And
use it
Sure.
every single day.
Show
And then
her,
what
show.
happens? What? Yeah, I can see the T-shirt. Oh, okay.
Oh, he has the patch right now?
Oh, that's
Yeah, he
the
got the
secret.
patch on right now.
Exactly.
That's the okay. It has a
patch.
patch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And what makes it even better is that there's zero side effects.
Mm.
No side effect at all. from the age of 2, you can wear it. But if they are lower than 2, like newborn babies, just put it under their pillow when they sleep.
Type of thing.
What I love about you, Sean, and Oma's Remedies is that when we're talking innovation now, most people are thinking about AI and technology, you know. And I don't want to lie, me and myself, I also have a digital crew.
Yeah.
We're doing websites for people because we feel like rebranding and repositioning yourself is very important now. But obviously, it's the pioneer phase. You still need to make them understand how having a website is going to help them with their tenders and stuff. So we feel like digitally, we are trying to take Eswatini to the tech savvy, era. So we feel like, okay, let's persevere. Let's stay with the products. We are subsidizing the prices. We don't want to charge a lot because we want everyone to get to the same level. But what I love about your product, it's showing innovation in something that we ought to know.
True.
We ought to understand. And it's giving me that it's helping me segue into one of the topics that I wanted us to discuss this week in terms of creatively diversifying yourself and appreciating your own surroundings. I'm sure when you were at home with Oma, you were not that kid, like you respected your background and your environment. You were not saying, like, what are these things? Ew, I'm not gonna drink this, it's too bitter. You know, all of those things that you get. But then when you think about the fact that even, I was talking about the fact that me and my brothers actually said this. I told you guys about this before we started. That beautiful ecosystem that artists have
to create.
Have to create with different talents. Yes, I'm a rapper, but I'm a doctor. Yes, I'm a rapper, but I'm a holistic doctor. Yes, I'm a rapper, but I'm a meditation coach.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I'm a rapper, but I'm digital. I'm multimedia. Yes, I'm a rapper. Yes, I'm an artist. But I'm also, involved with lifestyling people, helping people change their
And I really just
perspective.
believe that's how the game goes, because a lot of artists even outside the country maybe that we look up to, we like their music, but they also have products, some people are selling alcoholic beverages, they're just business people, and they do a lot of other stuff apart from,
To be honest, if anything, I don't think it's possible to survive in the music industry if you don't have something else on the side.
You have to have an entrepreneurial spirit.
That's why we broke.
We don't want to be that. So you gotta work your butt off. You
gotta break the cycle.
Trust the products.
Then I figured out a lot of artists. They just want to post their music. They just want to do some small things, but they're not willing to pay for the promotions. To be exposed like on Facebook, on Instagram.
You gotta market it like a business.
You gotta market it like a business.
Yes, I agree with the verbal part of it, where you go around telling people about it. But then now, since we're in the technology era, everything is done online. They look at your presence online.
You have to
be famous on the street.
Exactly. You have to burn a little cash before you get there.
To get there, spend money to make money.
I'm loving this conversation already, and of course you have touched on our next segment. I think it's only fair that we get a musical breather. It's all local today on the show.
So the first song we played was We The Ones, coming from the King X Kein project, which dropped in 2023. And then the next one is a song called Cough Cough. Also has a music video on YouTube, so you can check that out.
Please check that out.
Let's go.
Welcome to Hipnotik VIP Pass, your ultimate music journey.
Yeah, I'm tryna count this money up. Ungangiphazamis, ayy. Ungangiphazamis, ayy. Ungangiphazamis, ayy. You ain't talking business, ungangikhulumis, ayy. Ungangikhulumis. I gotta get the fees.
Your front row seat to the hottest tracks and stories. Unlock the beat, feel the heat, only on Hipnotik VIP Pass. The heartbeat of youth culture. You're tuned into the Hipnotik VIP Pass.
my God. What's her name? What her face? Running game. Who she think she is? Who she think she is? Yeah, I really hope she is who she think she is. What's her name? What's her face? Put her in her place. Put her face. I don't give a. I don't. Cough, cough, yeah, yeah. She thinks she a top dog. I press the bitch and knock her fucking socks off. She knows it's time, even when the clock's off. What's her name? She got her mother's name. Running game. Ain't a neighbor. King Bang. Run a game. Stay in your lane. Drippy. Drippy. Drop, drop. You know me. Give me top, top. I'm the top dog. Okay, okay. Smoking on weed like it's logical. If it's King and Kein, man, who know all of this is about to go. Dominoes. But she made me brain, I think that it's logical. She calling me daddy, I really be thinking if I should adopt. What's her name? What her face? Running game. Who she think she is? Who she think she is? Yeah, I really hope she is who she thinks she is. What's her name? What's her face? Put her in her place. Put her in her face. I don't give a. I don't.
24 minutes after 4 o'clock, a VIP pass only on 91.6 FM, EBIS 2. We are the voice of the nation, and of course, just giving young people, man, new directive ways on how you can be a creative and get that ching ching.
Yes, ma'am.
Which we all want. So welcome back to the show. Miss Senna, what are we looking at today? And a big thank you once again to our guest in the studio. We have OG King as well as Sean of Omar's Remedies.
This week is business entrepreneurship and how much we should take it seriously. There are a few points that I just want to put out there. The first point is accredibility. Accredibility is, let's say, I want to sell something, but nobody knows me. Nobody is going to buy into whatever I am trying to sell out there. But let's say now someone that is endorsed with certain products, certain billionaire status. Let me say maybe the King, or let me say SK, Swazi Jive. Now when that name is associated with me and this product, it goes out. But to be SK or to be the King, you don't just pick it from the floor or from a tree. What I want us to focus on, and that gives us business agility, is something that we disregard and then we give up on whatever that we are trying to do in business. You will create a perfect product. You will work hours on it. But until your credibility has grown to a certain extent, it's not going to fly, and it's okay. What you should focus on is to continue pushing your networking base.
Be consistent.
Be consistent. Be around the right people. Even more so, be around people. Maybe you don't really necessarily need to be around the right
people. And we're
people.
blessed in the Kingdom of Eswatini to have the Royal Science and Technology park.
Yes, we are so blessed.
And I wish more young people could, get more information about what they are all about, because they have transformed a lot of young businesses in the kingdom.
Yes.
I have a brother, my twin brother. Yeah, he's got a company called Nhlonipo Juice.
I love those.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Tessa and your brother.
Yes, ma'am. So, they're working with people like RSTP these days, to kind of like make their product, a lot more, what can I say, develop it to a sense where it can live longer on shelves because it's a fresh product, but now I think it's a branding thing where they can get help from the RSTP scientists and people within that space to kind of like now make it something that can last longer on shelves, can, be distributed a lot better, so you're right, you're definitely right.
RSTP is doing great things. We are actually part of a project that Ubuntu Choice Africa is the digital team that I am part of.
Okay, Ubuntu
nice.
Choice
Africa, yes.
Yeah.
We're trying to encourage group buying. We can work well with Sean in terms of promotions and getting his product out there. And I love the fact that we diversified in the conversations that we had. He had already, I love the entrepreneurship mindset.
Yes.
And I'm talking about this because I want our listener to actually adopt this mindset.
Yeah.
He was talking to my brother and he was telling my brother, you know what? Do 100 sales and I'll tell you what's the commission. So you see, already he is expanding.
Yeah, true.
And he's not even
employing you, empowering.
Exactly. So this is the era that these are the things, and I'm so glad. I love God because He just aligns everything. To get Sean here, to get King here, because to me, Kein, King, Sean are just this amazing trio. If you look at these men in a room, how much they can encompass.
Yeah.
There's a business.
There's art.
There's cough.
Bars.
So that is what this show. Today's episode is about that.
Yeah.
The agility.
Yeah.
The reinvention. Because often or not, utofala ukuthi this is what happens. Ngikangwane. Nobody cares.
There's
Nobody cares, man.
We have our praise. There is no hurry in Eswatini.
No rush.
Working with Swazi time.
But guess what? What
We are
if
on mode.
we create a community of like-minded people?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is what Mindful and Soul organization has taught me.
Okay.
And that helps us. In fact, it helps us in a big way. Mr. Nelson Mondlane says, if we're in a community like this, in a studio like this, I do promotions and marketing and websites. Here's a new SME coming up. I do the website. I do the thing. I have the flu. I take it from him. They go on stage. They wear the merch. Oma's Remedies.
Yeah,
now everybody knows. Even if I'm in a show, shout out to Hipnotik coming soon. I'll be wearing my patch, and I won't get the flu. I won't get sick in the morning.
I wish I had it
I'll
at
just enjoy the show. I'll enjoy the festival. See, what have we created there? An ecosystem of Black empowerment and youth empowerment. So I want the listener to know that we are here.
Yeah, and just a question for Sean. I know when you first started, it wasn't easy. What are some of the challenges, hurdles, and how did you overcome them to be where you are and be as innovative as you are?
Basically, I had one major problem where people are scared.
Yeah.
People are very scared of something new.
Scared of change. I'm telling you, bro.
So what I used to do, I went up to them and like, look, I'm not going to tell you to buy the product. I'm going to tell you to research the product, but I'm living proof because I'm wearing my own product. I have witnesses. I've also started selling a bit in South Africa.
Oh, wow.
My mom's 78. She can sit up at night now and do whatever she's doing without catching flu.
Funny
Yes,
enough,
sir.
that you say that my mom told me to buy the patch from you.
Amen.
Yeah, so the major thing that I can advise people to do is never give up.
Yes,
because
that's the thing.
You will get disappointed. It's guaranteed.
So
Guaranteed.
much.
I'm not gonna lie and say you might. No, you will.
You will.
Even Michael Jordan got disappointed a lot of times before he won his first championship. Lost finals. So it's part of life, man. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you're the type of person that is business minded and you have a goal, if you're willing to get to your goal, you better pick yourself up. Even it tells you to pick yourself up 200 times. That one moment you will make a breakthrough. But if you give up after the first run, it's like a guy that swam halfway the ocean and he said, I'm tired.
I'm tired, and he swam back. Bro, why would he swim back?
So it really doesn't make sense, but just keep pushing, motivate yourself.
Actually, speaking of that also, 100% he's talking the truth. Only because half the time, if anything, it's just the three of us, right?
Yes.
So show-wise, when we book ourselves into some shows, we may find that the outcome isn't what we expect.
Yeah.
Half the time. It's either the crowd is not receptive,
Yeah.
or
The time slots are
the time slots are bad. Like we always dealt a bad hand most of the time. Or we have one mic and there's two artists. You know what I mean? It's always it's always something crazy.
But we overcome it. You have to overcome
We
it.
overcome it nonetheless.
Like even us, you find that we make this amazing business pitch, and like, everyone is like, wow, it's so innovative. Ubuntu Trace Africa, let's go, guys. And then now, bye. Like, okay, I'm going.
But please go watch our shows, right? Or I'll invite you to one of them, don't worry.
Yes,
And then see our energy and then tell me if you see the stress.
You will never. You will never
100%
see
you
it.
won't,
Never,
yeah.
ever.
if none of the artists I'm DJing for, specifically, the only artist I DJ for is Abel, Kein, and OG King.
Yeah.
If you're not sweating, we didn't do it right.
We didn't do it right.
do it properly.
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah,
properly
true
at
that,
all.
true
We
that,
did
true
it.
that.
You must sweat.
100%.
Show you're having
Sweat
fun,
for
you know.
what you want.
Yeah, man. You know.
And there's so many other artists that actually do other things on the side. I'll say shout out to Dollar also.
Dollar.
Yeah, Dollar's another business-minded guy. I think he should come on the next show.
Yeah,
if
yeah, he
anything.
definitely should come through.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! Like my boy makes racks. Like he makes money.
Very
You know what I mean?
talented too.
And he invested into. You know what I mean? There's
Because
also-
that's another important thing.
Yeah.
Investing
We
is
need
such an important
information. We need to spread that information. And
True.
yes.
Within yourself, in general, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be about, you know,
Other
but
things,
things,
yeah,
you know,
more crypto.
more crypto, what,
yeah.
but you know,
Invest in
but if
yourself
that can make you
also.
more money, then
Yes, it's good.
Why not?
why
go
not? You know
for
what I
it.
mean? Yeah,
And we
100%.
must never forget, we're doing this not for us guys. We're doing this for our kids.
True that,
All
true
our
that, true
kids,
that.
we're all fathers, yeah.
Yeah, we're all
Yeah,
fathers.
yeah.
Yeah.
And mothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mothers,
Why
true.
they
Hi, mothers,
our kids are actually outside of the
outside.
studio right now, you know.
So this is who we're doing this for. You're very
Hey,
right.
except
Yeah.
hi, Wakitsi. I hope you're listening. Hi, Daddy's here.
You, Emily.
Mellow outside. Yeah, we know this is what we.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
outside.
King Julian.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's a very important factor because we're trying to create an empire
Yeah.
Yes.
that will tell a legacy. We're
Story,
all
yeah.
about that.
Yeah, man.
100%.
So why
yes.
give up?
No, you can't
No, we
until the fat lady sings.
You know,
Yeah,
I haven't sung.
that's out of pocket.
you've been killing me with these post jokes.
I think the main goal I think we are reaching now as the King trio is actually putting Eswatini on the map.
Yeah.
For real.
For real.
Because I want Uncle Waffles, yes, she made it thanks to Drake.
Yeah,
Drake
yeah,
gave it a
and
push.
yeah.
Thank you,
Creative
Drake.
Corner.
Champagne
Her
bottle.
talent though is crazy. Like she can do everything.
Sands, yeah.
Sands, yes,
He
Baba
went,
Sands.
but he came back.
Yeah.
So we're looking at we want to wave the Swazi flag high.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever you guys say, this is where our background is from.
Going
Yeah.
global.
This is what Swaziland is all about. the
Yeah,
type of
pushing
artists
things at a
we
very
do,
high
how
scale.
diverse we are to the point where we can even compete.
With
hopefully.
international acts.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was a banger. I mean,
Yeah,
hello.
man.
They don't play us.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh my God.
That was a banger. Are we going on another musical break? Because I believe we have a very special business report for the week from
Gandolo podcast.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah. So,
All right,
musical break.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Sticky stick like my itch. Nigga, pause. How about you suck on my balls quick? I really don't have time for dog. I'ma leave you in awe. I came and I conquered, I saw. How you think we on some sauce? We turn the whole club to a mosh pit. At the mall, quick. Need someone to shop at the mall with. Please, I really don't have time to lease a beast. So I get an office. Okay, I got way too much. Swallow my. Stop on my knob, wobble her tongue all the way to the top. I'm all the way up at the top. Boy, I'm blind with the force like I 10 in my car. Know who you with, dog like chocolate kid with the cat like I came with the bar. Krispy Kreme, what you mean? Stay shining and super clean. I'm Vaseline, I mean the bitch addicted nicotine. Don't even pump at the gym, but no I lean. I mean I'm burning fire gasoline. I'm smashing the mom and daughter in between. I mean I'm stacking bars like Burger King. I'm putting it all together like a team. I mean stick like my itch. Nigga, pause. How about you suck on my dick? I really don't have time for dog. I'ma leave you in awe. I came and I conquered, I saw. How you think we on some soft? We turn the whole club to a mosh pit. At the mall, quick. Need someone to shop at the mall with, please. I really don't have time to lease a beast. I work at an office. I'ma leave you in awe. I came and I conquered, I saw. How you think we on some soft? We turn the whole club to a mosh pit. Okay, I got way too much. Swallow my stop on my knob, wobble her tongue all the way to the top. I'm all the way up at the top. Boy, I'm blind with the force like I 10 in my car. Know who you fucking with, dog like chocolate kid with the cat like I came with the bar. Krispy Kreme, what you mean? Stay shining and super clean. I'm Vaseline, I mean the bitch addicted nicotine. Don't even pump at the gym, but no I lean. I mean I'm burning fire gasoline. I'm smashing the mom and daughter in between. I mean I'm stacking bars like Burger King. I'm putting shit all together like a team. I mean
Welcome to Hipnotik VIP Pass, your ultimate music journey.
Yeah, I'm tryna count this money up. Ungang pazamis, ayy. Ungang pazamis, ayy. Ungang pazamis, ayy. You ain't talking business, Ungang kulumis, ayy. Ungang kulumis. I gotta get the fees.
Your front row seat to the hottest tracks and stories. Unlock the beat, feel the heat, only on Hipnotik VIP Pass. The heartbeat of youth culture. You're tuned into the Hipnotik VIP Pass.
Welcome to the Ngandolo segment of the Hipnotik VIP Pass. We, of course, believe that a decent understanding of the law plays a significant part in young people dreaming big and planning their lives for success. So let's discuss a case from the High Court, which was decided on the 18th of June 2025. Taking you through the case of Makakula versus Nzimanze and Dlamini is none other than young Ngandolo fanatic Vilimile Gumede. Now, Makakula is driving his bakkie at Matsapa near the Mahala shopping complex. He's carrying 5 passengers. It's a clear Sunday morning. The weather's good. People are going to church. It's just one of those days. Makakula approaches traffic lights. Well, are they traffic lights or are they robots? We say robots to kind of confuse the enemy. Anyway, the traffic lights are green. Now, if you're listening to us with a little child lapo, surely they can confirm that green means go. Before you start debating whether the others are red and orange or red and yellow, let's just move right along. So there's another car that's coming from the opposite lane. It's also approaching the intersection, and its owner is Dlamini, who's sitting in the passenger seat while Nzimanze is doing the driving. So for some reason, the court specifies in the written judgment that Nzimanze is driving a particular brand of vehicle which has been given many nicknames in our country. In fact, this car is so popular that it's been given a surname in Eswatini. I digress. Makakula proceeds at the intersection since the lights are green, but at the same time, Nzimanze turns into Makakula's lane, causing a head-on collision. No injuries or fatalities are recorded in the written judgment, so please don't let your imagination run wild. Nzimanze jumps out of the car first, and then he's just shouting. Makakula phones the police and they arrive to take statements. Makakula's case, essentially, is that Nzimanze was driving at a high speed, that he cut in when he didn't have right of way, and that the significant damage is because of Nzimanze's negligence. So Makakula tells the court that he has taken his car in for repairs over time, Wakitsi for some panel beating, spare parts, and labor totaling just under 66,000 emalange. Now, Nzimanze's counter case is that Makakula has bad eyesight, hence he wears emagogosi, spectacles, if you will. In essence, his case on the papers is that because Makakula has poor eyesight, he probably had blurry vision on the day and should have been able to see him turning. Well, the court records that on the criminal traffic charges, which were actually before a magistrate, Nzimanze has already been found guilty and given the option of a fine, which he has, of course, paid. At the hearing of this matter before the High Court, Nzimanze closes his case without leading any evidence. I know you're probably thinking this sounds so similar to the case involving that one particular, American music mogul. Well, the difference is that in the case we're discussing here, the court had to determine a civil action, whereas in the American mogul story, that was a criminal case. So to appreciate some of the differences between civil and criminal cases, let's just say the processes for dealing with them in court are different. In a criminal case, law enforcement officers investigate, and then the state puts charges against the accused person. In a civil action, Makakula would be the plaintiff suing two defendants, that being the driver, Nzimanze, and the owner of the car, who was in the passenger seat, Dlamini. Now, in this particular case, these two people are called first defendant and second defendant. So, in a criminal case, the standard you have to meet, or rather the standard to meet, is that the state must prove its case beyond a reasonable doubt. In a civil action, the court weighs up the evidence and picks the most probable version. Now, this is known as a balance of probabilities. Here's another difference. In a criminal case, there's a verdict of guilty or not guilty, whereas in a civil action, the plaintiff's claim can either be granted or dismissed. That's the outcome that you get. So, in a criminal case, once convicted guilty, the sanction can either be imprisonment or a fine. That is what the court would then impose. But in a civil case such as this one, where Makakula claims about 66,000 emalangeni, the court simply orders that the defendants must pay that amount with interest and cover the legal costs for Makakula, even having to approach the court in the first place. So I want to pause right here to let you know that this is not a law lecture, and this is not an expert session or an expert opinion. It is simply a summary of a case that you yourself can search and find on the internet right now. You can do so by going to Eswatini Li, that's eswatinili.org. Now, here's the nugget in this case, and it is found at paragraph 28 of this written judgment, which I've just told you you can simply find on the internet without paying anything. The court says, and I quote, "This is a straightforward case where the facts speak for themselves. Plaintiff's evidence is plausible and remains undisputed by any counter evidence." The court then uses the Latin term res ipsa loquitur, which means the facts speak for themselves. So there's your nugget for the day. Res ipsa loquitur. You kind of have to think of it like, the expression oho, or, it's a short expression, but it kind of packs a punch and makes the message so clear. In our part of the world, we have a number of these expressions, such as or ha, or ah, or, okay, hold on. I've heard, a lot of ladies use this one in particular. Yee! Well, the court found in this case that Makakula had a clear case of and granted him all that he asked, because the facts of the case were simply res ipsa locutor. This is Vilimile Gumete here, handing right back to the team Supaphly, Abel Kein, Senna, the entire team, and with a special shout out to the homie Sakile Ngambule for pioneering the show, as well as EBIS for being ever so kind. Now, of course, I'd like to stay here and hlahlela some of these cases with you and just give you more, but allow me to end this segment right here by saying, ungangiphazamis. Ditch the ngandini, go tsamela the ngandolo. Matter of fact, for your own continuous learning, you actually need to know that court proceedings are for public consumption. That means you can decide on any given day to walk in a courtroom, sit in the pews or the benches or whatever you want to call it, during any day of the week, and listen to cases. It's free, and you can do it on any given day. Until next time, away.
The heartbeat of youth culture.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir.
I felt like I was in a lecture room, but I was soaking it all in.
Yeah, shout out to Ngandolo Podcast. Y'all should go
We are not saying
Instagram, YouTube. It's fine.
And you know the crazy part is how this industry has taken the law side of things in a very trivial manner.
Yeah, it's a very, very
and
important part of it.
we've seen it bite hard and even big stars.
Yeah.
Just because of a fine print.
Yeah, that you missed. You didn't clear a simple sample, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden you're finding yourself in hot water.
What's your take home, guys? I don't know who wants to start. For me, my head is still buzzing. What was the nugget? What was the show? What was
I
the
think
word?
more or less he was saying know when to go into a court case or like file for being in a court case,
It
or
reminds me of the deed case.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Know when to attack, know when to know you're wrong, and that sort of stuff, you know? Yeah.
But how do we get educated on that, though?
Use facts, actually.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's what he facts. Yeah,
At the end of the day, the court will look for facts.
Yeah. How can we get educated on that?
Yeah, Sean, what's your take home?
Honesty.
Yeah.
Just be honest.
Tell
and
the truth.
If it is according to me, you shouldn't mess up in the first place.
Yeah. But that guy couldn't see, so you know he couldn't see.
Same. I'm with him.
Okay.
Honestly,
Okay.
transparency.
I really feel bad. When they talk about eyesight, I have a sore thing for eyesight. Is not. Yeah, like these are the things I keep talking about. Like you'll be having serious physical problems, and then it's attached to your character. Like you are literally you can't see, and then it's being attached to you, and then now you're being labeled, and then.
But I mean, you know, in that case, the guy had to sort of pay for damages, you know. So it kind of
100%.
it's just so all is fair in love and war.
Physically check on yourself, mentally check on your body. That's my takeaway.
Check on yourself spiritually too.
Yes,
Yes,
amen.
always,
Amen.
100%.
And also just know the law, man.
Yeah.
Know
It's
the
great
law.
to know the law.
Yeah.
So I think
everything that you do, whether you're in the creative space, the business space, whatever it is in life, you have to know the law.
Yeah, man. True
Your
that,
rights
true
and
that.
everything.
Yeah.
Wow. It's amazing, beautiful show. We're about to wrap it all up.
Yes, I wanted to highlight something. We have a competition running for artists. It's a competition where you can stand a chance to perform at the Hipnotik Festival and Back to the City Festival in SA. You know, so
That's
just
a huge
you know what I'm saying. So just go on the Swazi Jive pages. You know, you'll find links posted up on there. Join, register. You know, follow all the prompts that you're supposed to, and you can stand a chance.
Money.
You know, 10K challenge.
1 2 1
It's called the BTTC 10K challenge. So for the Back to the City challenge, you can be able to win and perform at the event if you do great. So check that out, guys. Young artists, everybody.
Big,
you know what I'm saying?
That's an opportunity.
Amen. This is a homecoming.
The thing I want to let the public know is that there's a new remedy coming out on the market.
Sure.
Oma's Remedies.
Sure.
You can go on Facebook, go on Instagram, type in Oma's Remedies, check it out. it will be bringing herbal teas.
Okay, let's go.
Homemade herbal teas with only organic the
ingredients.
First tea is going to help with cleansing the body.
Yes, sir.
And the second tea is specifically helping with the liver.
Okay, let's go.
Specifically the liver.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, guys, you should take a look on that. And
is there any social media handles for that?
Yeah. Facebook, Instagram, and we're still working on TikTok.
Sure.
And we're going to YouTube soon.
All right, let's go.
Yes, good.
Yes, also, I wanted to say an initiative on my end. It would be great if I found my videographer, videographers, as
So
well
is this
as
a call
editors.
out?
Yes, it's a call out to all of them.
Okay.
Because me and someone, his name is Peace, we're trying to make a media company also.
Let's go.
Oh.
Yes,
Yes,
so it
sir.
would be nice if we have more people that are skilled.
No, OG is the
within.
plug, guys.
OG,
Yeah.
OG
So
King.
Beast Mode King on Instagram, TikTok OG King, YouTube OG King.
Can you also let them know where they can catch us next? The
show? It's Combo Fest, one of my boys.
Yeah.
He has a show in Ngwenya.
Yeah. Ngwenya.
Sorry, I'm just trying to look for when it is.
Okay,
it
while
must be
you're
on the
looking,
4th of
Yes,
August.
yes, yes.
Before the question runs away, for the ones that you have, the flu remedies, does it work for somebody who has mild sinus as well?
I forgot to say that it's perfect for people that catch flu easily, the ones that
Yeah.
have sinus
Okay.
and asthma.
Okay.
Let's go.
Nice.
Okay.
All right,
I think
shout out.
off air I'll get the retail prices and everything.
All right.
Perfect.
No, let's
But
go.
people can check out your social media platforms. Okay.
Oma's Remedy.
Yes, you can catch me at Lau Ngwenya.
Yes, sir.
Near Ngwenya class.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's gonna be on the 9th of August. Thank you.
Sir, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
9th of August.
We're going to shut it down. We're going to handle
Yeah, it's a lot of us. And Taurus is gonna be there. Swiss is gonna be there. Kain's gonna be there. Ayacity.
Yes, sir.
And so many more. There's a lot.
There's
more.
a lot.
Dollar
I think
too.
I saw that post and
Yes,
I
yeah.
was
I
like,
spent it.
It's
So
too
please
much.
come out, show support. Also, and this is all youth here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the whole
Please,
point.
this is
So
the
for the
country
Ngwenya
here.
people,
This is
the
the name
Ngwenya
of the
people don't
country.
probably usually even have much going on that side. I don't know much
That's
about.
full support.
So that's
Yeah.
they must pull up, man.
Shout out to
They
King
must pull
Combo
up.
as well. King Combo
Yeah,
is the
shout
one
out.
He's
hosting
doing
this.
the most.
Yes,
a
sir.
celebrity.
And he's a dancer.
Yeah.
And
I had him on the show quite a
That's
while.
what I
We
think.
would dance
Nothing
around.
he was dancing here.
Swazi artists. Swazi artists are so amazing.
Miss
Yeah.
Senna?
I wanted to just, and this is a business segment, so I just wanted to know from the guys, what else, what other small business entrepreneurs that you know that we can shout out to?
Man, there's so many.
I know Besutfu Beef. Have you heard
Oh,
of
yeah,
that
yes,
company?
yes.
He was promoting wasabi wings at Bushfire. He had a stall out there
you see.
in a collaboration with Wasabi. So that's one young man I would definitely like to talk to, and find out like how is he doing with his business. He's a very
I have Keenan Marks.
Okay.
My boy Kenny. Kenny makes perfumes.
Oh yeah, he makes them.
Okay.
That's
From
powerful.
scratch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, well, there's nothing like
This lights
Swazi
me
people
up.
are
This
just
lights me up.
amazing.
Yeah. And
To say a shout out to Shaba.
okay.
He works at MTN. He's one of my boys, and he's one of the best graphic designers I know. And he's planning to start his own graphic design company.
Let's go.
So
Nice.
Brought him this side.
Yeah.
Bring it.
All right, so I
Miss
just
Senna, we
wanna
have to
say-
wrap it up. What can
Okay.
people look forward to next week?
Next week, we're going to the ins and outs of creativity and the outlets that we have in the kingdom for the new kids. As Sean said, it's all about the kids, where we can take our kids dancing lessons and everything. Skating. I heard of a skating park in Tembelihle, so I was very excited about that. So yeah, we're going to be touching locations
Okay.
and talking about what's going on in the country. We need to celebrate our kingdom. It's
Yeah.
so diverse.
Yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Thank you so much, guys. As always, how do people connect with your own personal brand?
You're tuned into the Hipnotik VIP Pass.
Kein.him Insta and Kein everywhere else. Just Kein. You got
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
All right. The Senna is at Shiesty, and that's it. Shiesty.
Man.
Till next week, Saturday, same time, same place, 4 up until 5 o'clock. We give you access to the
VIP Pass.
where it's all about.
Your front row seat to the hottest tracks and stories.
You are a very important person.
Let's go.
And shout out to Mkonta's business also pushing out there.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Welcome to Hipnotik VIP Pass, your ultimate music trip.
Yeah, I'm tryna count this money up. Ungang pazamis, ayy. Ungang pazamis, ayy. Ungang pazamis, ayy. You ain't talking business, ungang kulumis, ayy. Ungang kulumis. I gotta get the fees.
Your front row seat to the hottest tracks and stories.
Unlock the beat, feel the heat, only on Hipnotik VIP Pass. The heartbeat of youth culture. You're tuned into the Hipnotik VIP Pass.
Okay, stream the King X Kein mixtape. It's out now. YouTube, music videos and everything. Last song, We The Ones by King X Kein. Let's go.
Hi, Kino.
Okay, 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 okay. We the ones, we the ones, we the ones, we the ones. See the sun, do 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 do. Shoot like Beretta gun. Charlie clipping and the clipping in the whip. I'm shooting. I need me. I play a drum.